What is going on, Crimson City? My name is Crimson CBAD, and welcome back to another Showdown Live. Today we're going to be stepping down into the UU tier, and we are actually going to be using a team I got from my friend Lars, aka L Scissor. I don't know if it was him or John that actually made this team, but either way, I was looking over this team, and I'm a huge fan of Toxicroak. And when I saw that he made a team around Toxicroak, I really wanted to try it out. So we've got a Life Orb, Dry Skin, Toxicroak here. Gunk Shot, Drain Punch, Sucker Punch, and Swords Dance gives us a very nice water immunity. For two of our other physical mons, as you can see, we've got Crocodile and the Infernape here. Sucker Punch for the priority. Swords Dance is set up on something. Swords Dance, Life Orb, definitely doing some work. Choice Bandit, Intimidate, Crocodile with Earthquake, Knockoff, Pursuit, and Superpower. Jolly Nature, definitely going to be able to Pursuit trap some fun mons. Earthquake and Knockoff doing huge damage, huge amount of damage. I don't know why I'm forgetting how to English right now. And then Superpower for the coverage as well. We have a specially defensive Bronzong with Levitate, Gyro Ball, Earthquake, Toxic, and Stealth Rock. Definitely going to be fun to use this thing out. I do want to actually edit it and just make it so it has 0 in attack just in case any foul play users. Next up we've got Dosmas, Rocky Helmet Zapdos with Static, Thunderbolt, U-Turn, Hidden Power, Ice, and Roost. Max HP, max defense. We are definitely going to be able to take care of any, I was actually laddering a little bit, some Scarfed Heracross. This thing, like, just pretty much checks Scarfed Heracross with Static, Thunderbolt. We don't have anything to hit Scarfed Heracross, really, but if we can catch him on a close combat, give him Rocky Helmet damage, and then paralyze him, awesome. Next up, we've got Super Blast, the Mega Blastoise with Scald, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, and Rapid Spin. 184 in HP, 252 max special attack, and 72 in speed with a modest nature. Next up, we've got Puma the Ape with the Choice Scarf ability, Blaze, Close Combat, Flare Blitz, Grass Knot, and U-Turn. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's exit out of the team builder and let's hop right into a battle here. I actually love the UU tier. I know I've been laddering a lot in the OU tier, but I do really like this, and I really think that he wants to lead off with Mega Beedrill and just get that Protect off, which makes me want to lead with Zapdos, actually, and I can clean U-Turn off on anything. He actually leads with his Milotic. Probably not the best play for him because I can just go for a T-Bolt here. He has no immunities on. That's doing a clean 49% damage on invested, and he goes for a Toxic, unfortunately. Which is it is what it is. It is what it is. I can go for another T-Bolt here. Actually, T-Bolt on a high roll is going to start doing more than his Recover brings back. I kind of want to just U-turn here. I'm going to U-turn here. He actually stays in. If he goes for the Scald, I want to go into Toxicroak right here. Goes for the Recover, actually. So, I don't know. He probably knows we carried the Dry Skin. I'm going to set up a Swords Dance here. If he's got Ice Beam or if he's got Dragon Tail, he can definitely phase me out of here. But other than that, he can't touch me. He is carrying Toxic, Scald. Toxic and Recover, I'm assuming Scald and Ice Beam as well. So, we are able to get a free Swords Dance up here on top of this Milotic. And then this actually does a lot of work to his team. He actually withdraws and goes into Chandelure. So now, is this Sub-Calm Mind Chandelure? I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch. It is Sub-Calm Mind Chandelure. He actually goes for the Will-O-Wisp, unfortunately. Now I kind of want... I'm just going to keep clicking Sucker Punch. He might switch. It's been a minute since I've actually played competitively in UU, and I actually think my ranking is only like 1100 right now after the ladder reset. There's the Calm Minds. There's the Calm Minds that I did not want. So, unfortunately, fortunately enough for us, we do have a modest Blastoise that I can go into and just fire off a Dark Pulse. Doesn't really mind being burnt at all. I can go for a Dark Pulse. I can go for a Scald. I'm actually going to go for this Dark Pulse with the... Nope, Mega Launcher. I forgot to Mega Evolve. Oh, well. Oh, well, that's what happens. That's what happens. I did not Mega Evolve right there in order to outspeed the Chandelure, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Misplays happen all the time. So I'm gonna go into Crocodile here. I know I outspeed. I click Knockoff. He's dead. Anything else that comes in, we're losing its item other than the Mega Beedrill. But Chandelure's down. That was the play to make instead of going out on a Blastoise. It was Citrus Berry Chandelure, actually. Which makes me wonder what kind of set he was running. But this does, unfortunately, invite in Shaman or Milotic or even a Mega Beedrill to get the free Mega Evolution off. Which would mean in any case scenario, actually, I go back out into Zapdos, to be completely honest. Actually, I'm going to go back out to Toxicroak here. I'm going to go back out to Toxicroak on the Scald. Even if he goes for Toxic, that's fine as well. Goes for the Toxic, that's fine by me. That is fine by me. What do I want to do here? I'm just going to set up a Swords Dance here. If he goes for the Ice Beam, actually, okay. I'm just going to go for a Gunk Shot here. Doing 62% even with the Life Orb and the Bird and everything. So we're able to get a huge amount of damage off on this Milotic. This invites Zapdos to come in and freely, I believe. I was actually outspeeding the Zapdos, if I'm correct. I was. I can go for a Thunderbolt here and knock this thing out. As he actually goes out in a Hydreigon. That's not a switch because I do carry HP Ice. And if you turn on me, you're probably getting paralyzed. I'm curious what he wants to do. Today's Jams of the Day is actually Spotify US Top 50. Shout out to Spotify. Dark Pulse me. That's doing a lot of damage. Your Life Orb. I'm able to go for Hidden Power Ice, doing 37%. Unfortunately, though, you are going to outspeed me. I'm going to hard switch into Infernape as you go for the Roost. Don't really have a Scarf Close Combat switch in, so I'm going to go for that. Shaman could come in for depending on the set, but Close Combat's doing a huge amount of damage to whatever comes in. Hydreigon's going down. Milotic's in range of a 2-hit KO. I feel like Metagross actually is as well. He just lets Hydreigon go down. That's absolutely fine by me. I'm waiting for Mega Beedrill to come in and revenge kill something. But unfortunately, with Static Zapdos, we do kind of nerf that. Now, I'm curious if you're in range of close combat. I'm just going to go for it. Okay, cool. We are able to take out the Milotic as well. Mega Beedrill does kind of come in here. Metagross does too, but Zapdos is the immediate check to that with Static. And I want to keep Infernape around for the Shaman. Bronzong actually kind of does some damage to the Shaman as well. But yeah, that is a clean switch into Zapdos right here. He goes for U-turn, that's fine. Static does come through. We are able to paralyze the Beedrill and give him some Rocky Helmet damage. Toxic damage is going to kill... Toxic damage is actually going to kill the Zapdos here, unfortunately. Goes out into Shaman. That's fine by me, because now I lock myself into a Choice Scarf Flare Blitz and just start doing work. Do I? Do I? Shaman gets recovered, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I'm choicing myself into Flare Blitz. 74%, that's clean. Goes for Aromatherapy. That's fine. Because now I'm pretty sure I take on the rest of your team. You might not think I'm Scarf, but I outspeed Mega Beedrill and defeat it. Shaman's gone. I do have Crocodile around for Metagross, depending on his coverage. Mega Beedrill comes in, it's gone. Metagross actually might be the play here, but I can switch into... okay, Mega Beedrill comes in. He doesn't know I'm Scarfed. I click Flare Blitz here and beat the Mega Beedrill. I'm able to get some damage off on the Metagross, go back into Crocodile, and just win this. So that is going to be game against Maupi here. Maupi, Bullet Punch, that's not doing anything. I'm actually living that Bullet Punch too, and I'm able to one-shot the Metagross. Infernape goes down, but we end up walking away with the victory, and we're sitting in the 1200s now. Look at us. Look at us go. Infernape actually putting in a lot of work there. Toxicroak, not so much. I love that the Pokemon that I do want to try to show off doesn't even end up getting shown off. So, Frostlass, Umbreon, Emboar, Kingdra, Granbull, and Dragalge. I'm predicting a Frostlass lead. I really want to lead with Crocodile. He leads with Emboar. He doesn't have a Earthquake switch in, so Choice Banded Earthquake's about to hurt this thing. And a lot of... Why does Crocodile actually do so much work to this guy's team? Goes on to Bulldozer to get the Intimidate off. That's not a switch, unfortunately, so I'm going to be able to keep firing off these Earthquakes. I'm be able to 2-hit KO Granbull even at a -1. What a monster Crocodile is. What a monster. Goes on to Kingdra. That's fine by me because I have a specially defensive Bronzong right here. Focus Energy, that's fine by me. I'm clicking Toxic either way. Start getting some chip damage off. I do want to kind of go for Rocks. Oh, he's a Physical. Physical, okay. You're that type. So I'm going to hard switch out into Zapdos here. Did you go for another Waterfall? The crits are abundant. Can I get... I do not get the static damage, unfortunately. I'm going to click Roost if he does switch. He might not switch, actually. I am able to get the Roost off, which is good for us. As he goes for Outrage, the crits, the Rocky Helmet. No static yet. Wow, that is unfortunate. I can go for a Hidden Power Ice here. I'm going to Roost one more time. And hope he doesn't crit me. Does Static come through? Static does come through finally against the Kingdra, so... Queendra, excuse me. So again, he does not have a Choice Banded Earthquake switch in. I'm going to go into Crocodile here and just start clicking Earthquake. Unless something has an Air Balloon that I don't see coming. He is going down right now. Crocodile just proven how massively powerful it is. I normally like the Scarf Moxie set, but this Choice Band Intimidate set is also doing some wonders. I'm going to switch out into Taco Bell here. As he goes for the Ice Beam, we can hold that every day of the week. I do want to go for a Gyro Ball here. But I'm going to actually go for a Toxic because he does end up killing me with the Shadow Ball. And you've got Ice Beam, you've got Shadow Ball. I can go on to Mega Blastoise here. I can Mega Evolve and I can fire off a huge Dark Pulse onto this thing. It should bring it down to what I assume is its Sash. T-Bolt's only doing 38%. We're living that. Dark Pulse is going to bring it down to its Sash. As I assume he's going to go for like a Destiny Bond. I'd assume he'd go for that. There's the Destiny Bond. Frostlass taking out Mega Blastoise. It's okay, Mega Blastoise wasn't doing too much because now I get a free switch in into Crocodile. Earthquake kills Emboar, Earthquake kills Dragalge, Superpower kills the Umbreon. That's fine by me. And even if he decides to bring out the Umbreon on the switch, Earthquake's still killing Dorcas here. Which is absolutely fine by me in every regard. Umbreon, that's 2-hit KO. I don't care how defensive you are. That's not a 2-hit KO. That's insane. Never mind, never mind, never mind. I'm gonna go on to Infernape here. Sets up the Wish, that's fine. I can, I'm gonna go for, what do I want to do here? I'm gonna U-turn here, hoping he's not Wish Protect, and he passes it, and he does pass it out into Pork Chopper, actually, as I go for the U-turn. Back out into Crocodile. I'm gonna get the attack drop on him. Earthquake is still killing you. And the damage that we have off on the Umbreon as well is going to be able to kill him. He's actually Choice Scarfed Emboar, but that's fine because we're living on 6%, and he is going downtown. Umbreon comes back out. I do want to keep you around for the gosh darn Dragalge, but I'm going to switch out to Toxicroak here as he goes for the Foul Play. Super unfortunate. I can go for Drain Punch here either way. Because I don't want to go for the Swords Dance with that thing having Foul Play. Goes for the Protect, that's fine. Do I think he'll switch into Dragalge on the Drain Punch? I do. I'm going to go for a Swords Dance here. Now, you are not you resist my poison, you resist my fighting. So you're about to take a +2 Life Orb Sucker Punch, putting you well in range of a superpower from Crocodile, I feel like. So, I'm going to click Superpower here. If Umbreon comes in, it doesn't matter. Wow, he actually, I thought that was going to put him in range. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. We played poorly, but we can still win this. I'm going to click Close Combat here. Umbreon comes in, I click Close Combat again. Foul Play goes off, that's fine. Why would you... Okay, he's trying to get the extra leftovers. He's trying to get the extra leftovers because Close Combat might not kill a Max Defense Umbreon. Does he go for the double Protect, though, is the question. Does he try to get that to get his close back up to full as he can? Alright, so even with leftovers and wish. Alright, we win this. We win this. If he would have set up a wish there, he might have been able to, but we win this. That goes down. That's going to be the second win with this team, actually. Puma to Ape coming in clutch right here. We'll do a few more matches with this team. It's a really good team. This is a really nice team. I like this. Chandelure, Crocodile, Suicune, Crobat, Doublade, and Mega Sceptile. Does have a really good wall between Crocoon and probably Eviolite, Swords, and Subblade. Crocodile's a great leadoff for him. Kind of makes me want to lead off with our Choice Scarfed Infernape, to be honest. As he leads with Crobat. Now, are you Scarf? You wouldn't be Scarf Crobat. You'd be Banded Crobat. I'm faster than you in every dimension. Cool. We go on to Zapdos here as he goes for a U-turn, maybe even a Brave Bird. We're going to hold that, and the static is going to come through. It is not going to come through. I do want a U-turn here, predicting his U-turn. He just hard switches out into Crocodile, so we're going to get some decent damage, even though it's, you know, even though it's negative attack. He's Intimidate. I don't think he'd be Intimidate Scarf. I think he'd be Intimidate Band. But he's going to be faster if he's Jolly than my Toxicroak. So I do just want to go out into Infernape here. I'm actually going to U-turn out. I'm going to go back out into Zapdos. If he goes for a knockoff or something. U-turning out on the Chandelure, actually. Perfect. So now, that freely welcomes in my Mega Blastoise. I Mega Evolve and go for a Scald, because I do get a burn off on the Suicune if he does switch into that, excuse me. Sceptile actually comes in, so this Mega Evolve goes off. We are able to get the Scald off. Do we get the burn? We do not get the burn. I wanna think I can go for an Ice Beam here. But that's false, so I'm going to hard switch out into Bronzong here as he Mega Evolves. Probably goes for a Giga Drain. Leaf Storm, actually. We're holding that very well. Now, we do carry the Earthquake for the Doublade. I want to go for Stealth Rock, predicting... I actually want to go for Earthquake, predicting the Doublade to come in. Chandelure actually comes in. That's not good for him. 49%. That puts him in range of another EQ, which is what I'm going to go for. He actually tricks me. I get a Choice Specs. Alright. Chandelure goes down. That's a fire immunity gone out of the way of Infernape. This welcomes in Suicune right here, unfortunately. So now what I do is I go out into Toxicroak. Toxicroak walls the... I'm assuming Subcalm Mind Scald something else. What do you have? Alright, do you not know I have dry skin is the question. Ice Beam. Okay, there we go. I can just Drain Punch again. As the Doublade comes in. Actually, not a good play for me. Does Sucker Punch... Is Sucker Punch going to do some damage to you? I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm going to go out into Blastoise here. As he goes for the Swords Dance. The Sucker Punch wouldn't have even been a good play. I'm going to go for Scald Burns here. I'm going to go for Scald Burns here against this thing. Hopefully we can nerf it. We're actually doing it. It's a 2-hit KO. My goodness. We are not in range of a Shadow Sneak, so I feel like Dark Pulse is actually the play to make here. For maximum damage on the incoming Sceptile. Boom, here we go. Able to take that thing out. Mega Launcher boosted Dark Pulse. So now what I want to come out, what I imagine to come out is going to be either the Crobat for damage, Crocodile comes out, Zapdos the play to make here 100% of the time. As he goes for the Earthquake, that is absolutely fine by me. I want to go for U-turn. I want to go your choice into something. So something's taking a Thunderbolt, actually. Suicune's taking a Thunderbolt. This is going to be a good hit off, I feel like. 46%. I believe I'm actually faster if he's not invested. So I can just click T-Bolt here again. So he goes for the Scald. Try to get some chip damage off with the burn. He unfortunately is able to get that. But again, I want to say I'm not going to go for it. I'm going to go for T-Bolt here as that welcomes in the Crocodile, which is fine by me. I was going to go for the HP Ice, actually predicting the Crocodile to come in because that's how he's actually been playing. What would you go for? Would you go for a Superpower? Huh. What would you go for? I'm actually going to go out into... He actually pursuit traps me. That's insane. Good stuff. Good stuff. So he's locked into pursuit. Infernape is fine coming out into that. I actually click Flare Blitz and something dies. I'm going to click U-turn, actually. Doublade comes in. I'm going to be able to U-turn out and go on to Mega Blastoise, and I'm going to be able to take care of this thing. No problem. Fire for another Dark Pulse. I am killing something. I'm either killing the Doublade or I'm killing Suicune. I might actually even kill Crocodile from this range, too, because we are a modest Mega Launcher. Goes on to Crobat. Crobat, unfortunately, is not a switch into that. Now, I want to anticipate the U-turn here, so I'm going to click Dark Pulse. Actually, Brave Birds me. We're living that, because Mega Blastoise is an absolute champion. Able to take out Crobat. I want to say you are Banded Jolly. I want to say you're Banded and Jolly. Hard switch out to Bronzong here on the EQ. Perfect stuff. I can lock myself into Earthquake right here, actually. Doublade's going down after that. After 2, I should say. 2 or 3. There's no way... I was about to say. The crit comes through. That crit did matter, unfortunately. I'm doing damage to Crocodile on coming back in. I'm assuming he's going to Pursuit Trap me or go for a knockoff. Either way, Infernape's the play to make here because I resist it. I can go for the close combat and kill this thing. 2 close combats, actually, because that'll kill Crocodile. Are you Scarfed, actually? Huh. I don't think you'd be Scarf. I'm going to click close combat because I don't think you'd be Scarfed. You've played it very well. He's played it very well if he's not Scarfed. He's actually Banded. We are going to be able to kill him with a close combat. That is going to be 3 games with this team. I want to go 1 more, though, and end up on the other side of 1,300. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal team. Zapdos, Nidoking, Entei, Blastoise, Cresselia, and Crawdon. I'm actually not a fan of Crawdon. Crawdon's a very safe lead for him, which is why I lead with Zapdos, actually. Because I've got HP Ice for the Nidoking. If he's a special Nidoking, oh well. But what we can do here is just lead off with our Zapdos. I'm anticipating the Crawdon lead. Every time I have seen a Crawdon, it leads. Nidoking, unfortunately. So now... I'm going to hard switch out into Bronzong here. We wall that Nidoking. I want to get rocks up for the Entei. I want to break the Focus Sash on the Crawdons as well. Chip damage off on Zapdos is going to be nice as well. He goes for the Ice Beam. Alright, Stealth Rock's the play to make here. Actually, would you stay in right now? I'm going to go for Stealth Rock either way. I'm not going to go for a Toxic predicting a switch. But I will go for Stealth Rocks right here, like I said. 25% on Zapdos and Entei every time they come in, breaking any sashes. Chip damage. He does probably have Rapid Spin and Mega Blastoise. He might have Defog on Zapdos as well. But we'll only time will tell. This would have been actually a huge thing to get a Toxic off on. Actually, what I'm going to do is click Toxic. Because we're especially defensive. You can go for a Dark Pulse, that's fine. Goes for a Scald, that's doing 31%. My goodness. So, I want to stay in on this thing as much as possible. What do I want to do here? I'm going to my Omega Blastoise. I've got really no need for this thing anymore. I'm just going to go for EQs. He Rapid Spins. That's fine by me. I'm going to get some chip damage off. I'm going to be able to go for another Stealth Rock here, forcing him to spin away these rocks. Because Scald's not going to kill me. If he's got Dark Pulse, Dark Pulse will probably kill me. Dark Pulse will probably kill me, but I am able to just go for rocks here, actually, as the Nidoking comes in. Which I'm really curious about. Really curious why he made that play, because I've got EQ, which is super effective. Unless he's going to set up his own rocks on me. I'm really curious why the Blastoise didn't stay in. I'm very curious why the Blastoise didn't stay in. Because now I get free chip damage off on this Nidoking. And I don't think he's got the coverage for me. Blastoise comes in, takes rock damage, takes EQ damage, takes more toxic damage. I want to go for Stealth Rocks predicting the Rapid Spin. As that is what happens. I am able to just go for rocks. I think I'm going to click rocks now until I die. Yep, I'm just going to click rocks until it dies because I'm still taking 12% and his is racking up, unfortunately. He dies next time, so if he does not click rapid spin here, either way he dies. Either way he dies. Scald good takes me down. Toxic damage is going to kill him as well, so these rocks are here to stay on his side of the field. I am going to go out into my Scarfed Infernape right here as he goes on to Nidoking. I actually don't have anything for Nidoking, and even if he's Scarfed, I still... Flare Blitz actually will probably kill this thing. He's got a... Defense is 77. I'm assuming you're an offensive. I want to say Flare Blitz will kill. I'm going to go for it. Flare Blitz does kill Nidoking. Awesome. That doesn't give us any U-turn momentum, unfortunately. And if he was Scarfed Nidoking, that confirmed that I was Scarfed. Zapdos to play to make here 100% of the time unless he Pursuit Traps me with Groudon. Either way, I'm still taking that. We broke the Focus Sash. He might even be Life Orb. Goes for the Aqua Jet, actually. Static does not come through. He's Life Orb. He is Life Orb. I can just click Roost here. As he goes to the knockoff, knocks off my helmet, gets paralyzed, so I am able to just keep roosting up on this thing because he will not be able to do a ton of damage to me whatsoever. Crabhammer comes through. Crabhammer's doing 62%. I think now I roost. I'm just going to keep roosting. Crabhammer's doing 62%. Aqua Jet actually does kill me. He doesn't get fully paralyzed. Unfortunately for me, I do just go out into Infernape. I'm actually going to bait the Aqua Jet and go out into Groudon here. Or go out into Toxicroak. I don't think... do I want to go for Swords Dance? Kind of want to go for Swords Dance. You can go for a knockoff and knock off my Life Orb, but I'm living that. I'm going to go for Swords Dance. Dry Skin, I am able to get the Swords Dance off. Now I can freely go for a Sucker Punch on this thing. Knock him out. That's good news for us. That's good news for us that we're able to get this, get that Swords Dance off. Entei with Extreme Speed kind of comes out and hurts me. I've got Bandit, Intimidate, Crook. I've got Infernape to take what I hope isn't a Sacred Fire. I want to assume you're not going to go for a Psychic type move, but I'm going to go for a Sucker Punch anyways. You go for the Calm Mind. I don't want you to set up on me. So I'm going to go out to Mega Blastoise here. Oh my goodness. I hate Cresselia so much. I'm going to go for a Scald, hoping to get the burn. It's doing such little damage. No burn. Alright, now I just need to go for Mega Launcher Dark Pulses and start getting flinches. 21%. That is not doing anything. Man, oh man, oh man. I don't even think Bandit Croak comes in here and does anything. Cool, we're getting flinches. We're getting flinches. We're living. We're out here. We are living. Flinching. I need to flinch this Cresselia to death. That is what you deserve for using Cresselia. You're getting flinched to death. There's the Moonlight. Shit. I don't think you carry an Ice Beam. I don't think you carry an Ice Beam. I think I start clicking Knockoff here. I think I start clicking Bandit Knockoff. Ooh! Ouch! I'm not gonna apologize. It's the game we play. I was gonna apologize, but oh! Unless you've got E-Speed. I feel like I'm outspeeding you. Bandit Knockoff, leaving you at 5%. Your choice, Bandit, going for Sacred Fire. I do get the burn, unfortunately. So I'm outspeeding, though. No, he's got E-Speed. E-Speed's taking me out. I go into Toxicroak here, and I click Sucker Punch. Zapdos comes in, I click Gunk Shot. Zapdos comes in, I click Gunk Shot on this thing. I'm hoping he's not a physically defensive set, otherwise he probably would have brought it in earlier. I think we've got this. I don't think Zapdos can finish off the rest of my team. There's no way. It goes for the Roost. Gunk Shot's doing over 50%. Alright. I Swords Dance up here because he's going to Roost again, predicting the Gunk Shot. Perfect. Alright, now I go for a gunk shot. I knock this thing out. That is game. We are either 3-0 or 4-0 with this team. I do want to end up on the other side of the 1300s, though, so I'll do one more. Kyurem, Escavalier, Toxicroak, Whimsicott, Swampert, and Mega Arrow. I lead off with Zapdos. DJ Grandpa. I hope you have a good game, DJ Grandpa. I'm just going to click Thunderbolt here. Yeah, I'm just going to click Thunderbolt here. Goes on to Kyurem, actually. Resist that. I go out into Bronzong here. The only thing I see him do... I don't think his thing gets Trick. I was about to say, the only thing I see this thing doing is, like, nothing to Bronzong. Because you don't have the... you don't have Terravolt. Draco Meteor. That's fine by me. That is fine by me. I want to get Rocks up, though. I want to get Rocks up, though. Scavalier comes in. I could have went for a Toxic. My play here is to switch back out into Zapdos, predicting like a Mega Horn or something. I resist it. I hopefully get some Paralysis off. Hopefully I'm able to cripple some of his team. I don't have Heat Wave, though, for this thing, which would be nice. I want him to think I have Heat Wave, though. But I think once he sees that I have Rocky Helmet, he's not going to know that I have Heat Wave. Which is unfortunate, but... actually pursuits me. Wow, okay. I want a U-turn here. He predicts the Heat Wave goes out in the Swampert. I'm able to U-turn here. That makes me want to go out into Infernape and click Grass Knot. That's the only reason he'd see me going out into this thing, I feel like. What would he do? What would he do? Switch out to Aerodactyl. It's a neutral hit. It is not a 2-hit KO, unfortunately, though, so I just go back out into Zapdos here. He goes for a Home Claws, predicting the switch. That's fine. I can Thunderbolt this thing into Oblivion. Mega Aerodactyl is a really good Mega, too. I've really been enjoying these lives because I'm seeing a lot of usefulness for a lot of Pokemon that I don't normally get to use. I'm going to go for HP Ice here, predicting the switch, because if he goes into Swampert, that's still going to be neutral damage. Hidden Power, I should kill this thing as well. The newest meta of all, Static Zapdos? Really? It's been around for a while. Like, Defensive Zapdos was around before Static was a thing, so I'm curious why he thinks it's the newest meta of all, but either way... we're going to be able to get a huge HP Ice off on this Whimsicott, actually. 57%. What do you want to do to me now? Is the question. I think I just click HP Ice again. I don't see you wanting to do much to me. As he goes out into Swampert, it's a neutral hit on Swampert, which I assume is physically defensive. Again, I go out into Bronzong here. He can set up his rocks, that's fine. I can freely go for an Earthquake here. He can go for a Waterfall, actually. I kind of want to... I want to click Toxic. I want to click Toxic. He goes for Scald. I get burned, but he's getting Toxic Poison, which is much, much, much worse in my opinion. I'm going to let Bronzong go down here, as a matter of fact. I'm just going to click Earthquake until I die. I've got no reason not to. Toxicroak comes in. Perfect. Earthquake's doing 29%. He can go for a Sucker Punch here. If he goes for Sucker Punch, it kills me. I'm going to click Earthquake just in case he decides to go for his Swords Dance like he does right here. Be able to get some damage off. He can go for a Sucker Punch if he wants. I can just click Earthquake. Drain Punch, that's fine. He's doing an extra... Okay, he actually lost more health than I got, so... I can go into Zapdos here and Roost, predicting the Sucker Punch. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. It looks like... So if you were to... Okay, so he actually goes for Gunk Shot, unfortunately. That's cute. So I resist the Sucker Punch. I don't care if you're +2. You resist Bug ×4. You resist my fighting. I'll click Flare Blitz either way. You can go for a Sucker Punch. It's fine. I'm Scarfed. It's really unfortunate that Zapdos was gone, but we already crippled the fastest thing on his team. We already did that, so I'm not too worried anymore, really. U-turn. I forgot about Life Orb damage. U-turn probably would have killed. U-turn probably would have killed. Now, what comes in here? What comes in here? Swampert actually comes in here. Whimsicott comes in here as well. But I still click Flare Blitz because I'm Scarfed. So now his team is pretty much just slow and bulky. I don't remember what HP Swampert's at. 75%. Going to Mega Blastoise here. Earthquake is fine by me. I can get a huge Dark Pulse off here. Scald's actually a good play to make as well, because if I get a burn... I can't get a burn anymore. I'm going to go for Dark Pulse. Actually, Mega Evolve, clicking Rapid Spin. Rapid Spin on the Kyurem. I'm really curious why you went on to this thing. But I'm able to get these Rock Swiss so Infernape can still come in freely afterwards. Why would you go into this thing? Can I go into Crocodile? Draco Meteor misses. That's unfortunate because this Dark Pulse is probably going to kill you. That's super unfortunate. We've gotten very lucky with this team, and I'm very fortunate that we have, because we're climbing the ladder very quickly, and this goes on to a Scavalier. I am clicking Scald every time. I don't get the burn. He kills me with Mega Horn, but I want to say Infernape just comes in and starts clicking Flare Blitz and wins. Swampert is at... It's not showing me the health percent. 75%. So he comes in, takes more damage to rocks. Flare Blitz gets more damage off. I just start knocking off stuff with Crocodile. Sax Mega Arrow, actually. Okay. Swampert comes out, 69%. He's going for Earthquake. I'm going to go for Flare Blitz just for damage. I was about to say, I've got a Toxicroak here, and I've got a... Crocodile here. I think I go for Banded Knockoff. Banded Earth... going for Banded Knockoff. That's going to kill. Gets rid of the lefties. I really do want to go out into... just to be safe, I'm going to go out into Toxicroak here for the Mega Horn. We do resist that. I am able to go for Drain Punches now on this thing. GG, Grandpa. GG. GG. This was a great... I really... No. Click Drain Punch. Don't click Gunk Shot. Don't click Gunk Shot. Crit this. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this live. I really enjoyed this team a lot. There will be a part 2 with this later. We actually end up on the other side of the 1300, so thank you so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, be sure to show some love on that like button. And as always, if you guys are new to the city, feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. All that being said, my name is Crimson CBAD, and I will talk to you all soon. Later.